Hi, I'm Satya and I'd like to introduce you to what I believe is the world's best sanitary napkin. Love Moon, Anion sanitary napkins. Let's look a little closer. The reason I believe they're the world's best is because they are super absorbent, so they'll always keep you dry, and they are antibacterial, so they'll keep you safe, but they're not chemically antibacterial. They're antibacterial because they have an anion generator in them. We'll talk more about that soon. First, let's have a look at how efficient they are, that they'll keep you dry. They come in three choices: day pads, night pads, and panty pads. For the purpose of this demonstration, I'll choose the day pad. A woman will lose between 50 and 100 ml of blood a day in the first couple of days of her period. So here we have pre-prepared 50 ml of blood. Let's tip it on brand X and see what happens. We're testing efficiency. That's a heavy bleed. So we're doing the extreme. 50 ml is a very heavy bleed for a pad. These are standard regular day pads. And 50 ml of blood on the Love Moon Anion pad. Gee, that disappears quickly. So let's see what happened. They all look red. This was the last one to have it in, so you would think that it's probably the most likely to bleed. Put the next one on. Wow, that looks dry. You'd be really wet if you had brand X and brand Y. Paper number 2. You'd still be really wet with brand X and brand Y. That's an efficient pad. Still dry, these are still wet. Still losing water. So if you're wearing brand X or Y, you would feel very wet. Love Moon is as dry as and fully absorbed. But not only does it fully absorb, the plastic at the back is a biodegradable, breathing plastic. So it actually breathes out moisture while you're wearing it. Very important on a hot day. But even if you're bleeding a lot, it's breathing out the moisture. We'll demonstrate that shortly. But let's pull them apart and have a look a bit further. This one looks like it's quite effective. So, pull out a wet lining. I'll have to test that. See what it makes. It's well swollen up lining. It's leaking, this one. Let's do the next one. We're going to pull out the little green strip, which we'll talk about shortly. That's the anion generator. Keep that one aside. Push all the bits in here. Hold up. Let's put in another 50 ml liquid. It's a particularly heavy day. And watch what happens. Particular good absorbent, not for the extra 50 ml. Let's try the next one. That's a good absorbent. That's worked fine. Let's try this one, Love Moon. Same thing, excellent absorbent. So 2 out of 3 passed the absorption test. So we'll put some boiling water in a cup. See the steam coming off? Pull off our Love Moon pad and put it over the top. Now, most plastics, it's like putting Glad wrap over the top, keeps everything in. Shortly, yep, I can feel the steam coming out through here. This is a breathable plastic. Feel it. Feel the steam, the moisture in it? Yeah. This is a breathable plastic. So when you're wearing a Love Moon pad, it actually breathes as you're wearing it and you're losing moisture out of it. So it's giving you a more effective pad. It's also cooling you down. Brand X and Brand Y, on the other hand, are sealing plastics. They totally seal the moisture in. Love Moon seals the moisture in, but it breathes. That one doesn't breathe. So we now know that using Love Moon pads will keep you dry. And that's the standard regular pad. The night pad keeps you even drier. So the other important piece of information I want to share with you is the green strip. That's the anion generator, the green strip. Now the story goes that the person who invented this pad, his mother died of cervical cancer. And he was concerned about tampons, toxic shock, and all the microbes that breed up in a nutrient-rich environment in a tampon inside the body. He was also concerned about the pads and how they have lots of microbes that will breed up in them too. Now, if you have a doubt that there's a lot of microbes there, the smell is the indicator. So, when you wear one of these, there is no smell. It's that the anion generator generates anions, and basically they kill the bacteria. Back to our handy resealable pack, good for hygiene. Pulling out a panty pad, 32 a pack. Once again, fully sealed in plastic, can float around the bottom of your handbag and not get covered in bacteria and fungi. So we open one up. Certain observations have been made with what happens when people wear anion Love Moon panty pads and menstrual pads. Observations have been made like incontinence tends to diminish or disappear. Painful backs often disappear. Somebody told me of a thrush infection that disappeared within a few hours of putting one of these on.